I'm Amanda from Emu Creek Farm, and this is part 2 of how to make organic kombucha video. So what I've got here is I have a saucepan on the stove with 1 litre of water that I previously boiled, and I added 1/4 cup of sugar, which is 2 ounces of sugar, just refined sugar is what I've been using, and I used 1 green tea bag and 1 black tea bag. So now that it's cooled down, then I'll go through and I'll put it into a preserving jar. You can use any vessel that you like, at least 1.5 litres is a really good size. And then what you can do, just as long as it's got a wide open mouth, then it's really handy to work with. Okay, so that's cold as we've said. And then what we need to do is add at least 100 mils of the previous batch of kombucha. So this is from my kombucha hotel, and it's a batch of quite concentrated vinegar. So I've made this probably about a couple of weeks ago, but it's quite strong now. And then I'm going to add my Scoby. So you'll see that there's a little bit of tea that's come through from the tea bag. So I add my Scoby, my mother, and I just pop that in there. I'm using tongs that aren't metal, tongs that are coated with plastic, and that's just what you need to do with the organism. You need to use that. So I've got myself my cloth, and I'm covering the cloth over the top so that the organism can breathe. And what I do now is just let this go, let this ferment for probably around maybe 3 to 5 days, and then I'll test it and just see how that's been going. So the organism is just going to divide in here quite happily in the dark, and I'll just keep tasting it after about 3 days. When I'm tasting my kombucha, I probably only have a small amount in a shot glass. I try not to drink too much. That's recommended for beginners, just to see how your body adjusts to it. So I probably wouldn't start drinking, full glasses straight away. I'd just see how your body reacts and start with this. And then once I've finished with that, then I will take out the Scoby and put it back into my hotel here, and then I will use this jar. I'll use this and I'll take the liquid out, and I will transfer the liquid across to another bottle to do a secondary fermentation. So my favourite secondary fermentation is kombucha chai, and what I do is I add 1 cinnamon stick, I add a couple of little pieces of ginger, I add a star anise, and I add 5 cardamom pods. So I pop them in here, and then I close it, and there's no Scoby in here, and what happens is it becomes really bubbly and it ferments further. So I probably put it on the bench for a couple of days, and then after that time you've got to be careful when you take it off, because it will have a big pop depending on whether it's summer or winter, what the weather is. But you'll find that the pressure can build up quickly. Especially if you leave it for 4 days, because you forget about it, it'll definitely be carbonated, but it's a really refreshing drink. So I hope you enjoyed my video, and please look out for my other online courses on how to make kombucha, yogurt and growing mushrooms. Thank you.